Hello and welcome to Factorio 2.1. This isn't just regular old Factorio though. This is super extra hard, extra long Pyanodons. I've got the complete mod pack installed and just a couple of other recommended mods, but not really any of the usual quality of life mods that make for an easy, quick start. Now I am going to pretty much do defaults, but let's tweak it a little bit because I want the starting patches close together along with the starting water close together. I also want things a little easier to get to, so I like to reduce the scale. That makes everything closer, right? And to make it a little trickier, let's like double the cliffs. No, okay, we'll go down a little bit. Now I have to find a good seed, so I'm looking for the starting patches, especially coal, iron, copper, and stone. Those ones I want right next to each other, ideally with water as well right next to it. This reminds me of a math problem. Ooh, is that perfect? The water's a little far away and we can do better. So what is it? Optimal sorting, the secretary problem, where you have like the best option, but once you reject other options, you can't go back to them, and you don't know which option is the best until you've seen them all. So in order to maximize the probability of getting the best seed, here we go. It's a little far away from water, but that's okay. We'll do this one. The way to solve it is to look at a whole bunch of them. Not a whole bunch of them, sorry. You look at 37% of the total pool, and you reject all of those. And then you pick the next one that is better than all the ones you've seen. And that maximizes your chance of getting the best possible map seed, basically. Now, I don't care about getting the best possible map seed, and there are infinitely many of them to get. What I really care about is getting a good map seed, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be good. And I think we got it. All right, so what do? I assume we collect things from the ship. Do I have to demolish these like I have done in other mods? No, we don't get any resources. Maybe from some of them we do. But control clicking to get this stuff out of it. And that's it, huh? Okay. We got aluminum there. We got iron, coal, copper, and stone. Yeah, there we go. It's perfect. I assume we need coal first. And I assume we do something like that. Let's see, we start off with wood, and I'm okay doing that so that I can get it started while I go around chopping down rocks and trees. All right, so I need to figure out what we're doing. Now, this is gonna be maybe a little different than some of my other playthroughs that I've done, and it's gonna be a lot more edited. My plan is to focus on the structure of the base, making sure the viewers can really see how it's evolved over time. A lot of times when I watch edited Factorio, I really don't have a sense for how people's bases are laid out, but I want to really emphasize that here. And then I'll cut out all the factory planner, inventory management, the standard designs that you've seen many times before. If there is a design of anything interesting, like specific, let me know and I'll make sure I include it. Now I did notice that this filled up pretty fast. I think these are very fast miners. Let's look at this. Yeah, they fill up super fast and they only stack to 50. So this doesn't strike me as a particularly effective way to do it. Instead, I think we want to mine it into a chest. And I think this might be a pretty good trick to make sure this always has enough coal, and then we're consuming a lot less coal in the outside miner, and this will run for a long time, I think, before filling up. So I think just one miner into a chest is probably better than a whole bunch of miners into each other, and then we can focus on putting these guys in here. And I didn't get any stone. I never found any stone when I was wandering around, so let's go do that. I guess I have to come up here and mine stone because I didn't see any rocks. Now let's see here. I could No, it's impossible. I was gonna say I can mine from a coal miner into a stone miner, but there's always gonna be mixed stuff there. So this is giving me stone plus kerogen, which is a burnable fuel. Can I just put that in a miner? I can. Okay then. So what I need to do is make some inserters, which I believe are not electrical. Okay, that's a lot of a lot of stuff. Hey look, created the first small parts. We got a milestone, baby. And yeah, something like that. And I can make these filter, right? Okay. And then I can do that and feed it back in. And that'll just run forever, right? And give me the stone I need to make furnaces. Yeah, that'll run forever. Let's go. I'm figuring this thing out. And then we got a fair bit of raw coal. Actually, I think I need more. And now it's dark. But now it's light. I just went around chopping down trees, collecting a few rocks, just waiting until it got light for you guys. All right, let's do this now. We got some iron. We got lots of coal. Okay, we filled those up. And we are out of these things, so I think I should do that. And yes, we got this trigger tech here. We just needed to craft iron plates. Next thing is craft copper plates so that we can get some research going. I assume we're gonna need a lot more iron, so let's take care of that. And we got the trigger tech. So let's try and research automation. That's always the right thing to do, yes? Including in this mod, I mean, yeah, there's no way we're not supposed to do this one first. We need 12 automation science packs, which they look like little flower boxes. That's fun. Gonna add another one of these and then some furnaces, which they can take kerogen, so we're good. Okie dokie, 100 stone brick. I skipped night for you guys. Let's see what we need. I mean, we definitely know we need a lab. There's so much handcrafting at the beginning. We know we need these planter boxes, and I need soil for that. So I assume that's what you might call soil extractor. Can't wait for automation. This handcrafting is insane. All right, let's put down the soil extractor. And do I need power for this? I need power for this, don't I? We'll put it by the power. Just see. Yeah, we do need power. Took us 16 minutes to create the first steam engine. I don't want to hear it, you guys. I don't want to hear it. Now, yes, I have noticed that ash is created every time you make a kerogen and every time you spend a coal. Not make a kerogen, every time you spend a kerogen. Yeah, ash is like 1-to-1 for coal and kerogen. But since the stack size is 1,000, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm not gonna worry about it until I have to worry about it. Now I can repurpose that soil extractor for the flora collector, and I think I will do that. And let's see, we needed 2 planter boxes for 1 automation science pack, so we need 24 of these. Looks like I need more wood. Is that possible? Ah, but it was never the wood, was it? The wood is just, I'm realizing the wood is different than the logs. We need probably more soil. I'm sure we have plenty of ash. Yeah, it's just the soil. Cool. 24 planer boxes. We'll handcraft those. I will pick up this soil extractor so we can use it for this flora collector. Why did I think that was a burner thing? All right, so we needed lots of power poles, huh? Created the first native flora at 25 minutes. Record time. Okay, well, can we craft 12 of these? I need to go pick up the native flora. Oh, we need small parts, which I think the small parts are just a bunch of, yeah, just a bunch of this stuff, huh? Now with a little bit of stone, we can make a path so we can go faster. That actually is a big difference. What's the speed boost? Oh yeah, 150. It's not like 120 or whatever I expected it to be. Oh darn. Why did I think that was straight up? Oh well. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The world's best path. Well done, me. And I built a lab, and we can put it down, and we can put in automation science pack. Let's go. Why did I think I made planer boxes? Oh, I stopped making planer boxes when I was handcrafting something else, of course. The last one's done. Do I want more than one lab? Nah, I'll just be patient. And just like that, it's over. Should I research something next? No, I mean, I think not. I am curious what all this stuff is. It's coal processing. Like what? Why? It gives us better coal, better iron. Steel, it's for steel, huh? We get coke and then we can process that into steel. But of course I'm not ready for that, you know? So I won't do that yet. I would love to automate this stuff and then automate science and then research something like the coal. My first step, I believe, is going to be building some assemblers and automating the intermediates. Yep. So we'll do this over by the power, of course. And these are burner assemblers, so... oh, they don't need to be, right. That means they don't need to be by electricity. So that's nice. Did I really put all the coal away? So there's 3 main simple ingredients, it looks like. And we can shove our iron plates in, and we can shove our copper in. Now we have more intermediates we need to do. Bolts out of sticks. So that'll give us bolts, and then the small parts, we want iron gear wheels, copper cables, and bolts. And then the point is I can put iron in these things. And just run a stack there. How fast is this? 4 every second. So yeah, those inserters won't keep up. And then this consumes 1 iron gear for every 3 bolts. So we need the inserters to be fast like that. And then with those small parts, I assume belts. Yep. Okay, something like so. And then of course we are out of everything. Spent too long doing that, huh? And we've got belts. And we got small parts and rods and whatever else we need. So let's see, with those belts, we will work on our automation, yeah? Because we need belts in order to run coal where it needs to go, and then we'll figure out what we need. But I need a lot more belts, so we'll let this run. And I think I'll clean up the stone a little bit, figure out a way to get this going, because it just gives us the fuel we need, right? So I don't need to use a lot of belts to get the coal up here. I can just use the kerosene. The fun part is that we are going to have stone, kerosene, and ash on the belt. So I will want to, let's see. I mean, pull out everything, right? I don't know. Let's just add some kerosene here. See what happens. Mining speed 1 a second. Is that 1 stone and 1 kerosene, or 1 resource and it alternates between stone and kerosene? Not sure. Okay, and then let's loop this around, I think. Okay, so if it's a loop, then I think we're happy. So then we have a fuel belt, we have a stone belt, and I can run furnace stacks in between them. Now let's see. I think I can do interesting things with the kerosene and ash, and the stone for that matter. If I take kerosene and put ash back on the belt, I just need to split it like that. Okay. Then a similar thing here, except instead of ash, I want stone bricks. I'm assuming I can't smelt stone bricks in these furnaces. We'll find out, I guess. But now I need to make sure the kerosene gets off of the belt completely. Okay. Alright, and then I can put these stone bricks down and walk faster everywhere. Because that speed bonus is excellent. Of course, I see now that we're limited by the inserters. I see. But I think we can make it work just fine. So yeah, this looks fine. But I bet if I thought more about it, we can think of something better for the iron and copper smelting. So how about I design that? Yeah? So we are going to have a belt of coal where the coal goes on one half of it and then the ash runs on the other, do we think? Or do I put all the coal on both sides of this belt and then take out the ash on the other side of the miner? I think I like this design better because we'll have ash from the furnace as well. So anytime we burn coal, we can always put ash on the same lane as this. So I think I do like this idea. We'll stick with it. I want to always go the other way with it. Hold on. Of course we need the same belt on the other side so that we can get the coal. And then, yeah, okay. That's what we do, of course. And then I'll do it like this rather than this. Now, we're never going to mine out under this, but once I mine out the coal, I'll just shift everything up to get the last few lines of ore. I'm sure there's a way. Yeah, actually, maybe I want to design that. Maybe that's an interesting puzzle. And then you have the ash running with underground belts. I don't really want to spam underground belts like that though. So I'll just do this. I'll leave every other one like that. And let's just make some blueprints. This is the same exact mining setup I'll do for everything. Cool. Cool. All right, and blueprint book. Is it Pyanodons with an apostrophe? I think it is. What is the most Pyanodon icon? It's got to be like one of these. We'll just go with soil extractor. Alrighty, cool. Now for a furnace stack. I think it's got to be the same logic as the miner drills, like the same orientation, I mean, because the iron is like everything important, coal or ore is always going to go on the right side of the belt if you're traveling along the direction of the belt. And then the ash and the product from the furnace goes on the left side. I think it's that, right? Like so. We'll see. We'll see if that works. And then what else do we need? We need like just routing stuff. All right. Well, let's, I guess, add another round of coal to those, and then I will fix the coal mining. Yeah, so here's a good example of why I need to be careful about the way the belt runs, because we want to pick up the coal or the fuel before. So if I flip those vertically, then that way it'll never run dry. Should probably take the ash though, huh? Oh yeah. Let's pave, baby. Burner miners. This is a huge coal patch, isn't it? Let's try to get the mixed mining as good as possible. Man, I think that's all we need. We'll find out though. I could every once in a while pull off ash, right? Gonna blueprint that ash Where the heck is Ash? All right, we've got our half belt of coal. And let's run it down this way. We're going to run this over to the power, of course, as well. Perfect timing. And then slap down the burner miners. And let's see, this is our coal. So I need to run the coal belt back this way. I'm not going to rip this out quite yet, so we'll just leave it and go around. How far can the undergrounds reach? Ooh, a lot farther than in the base game. I love when that happens. All right, and then we will have a bit of iron here with automated ash removal. And it goes this way, apparently. Should I put my furnaces here? Sure. At least for my starting furnaces. That'll be just fine. When do we get splitters? Oh boy. All right, let's see here. And if I did that, let's see. Did that absolute? No, it should have been relative. What about this one? That one's relative, okay. So now I can place that like so. Now, is this how I want it? Oh, what would get me into trouble if I did that? Nothing. I wonder how much. I wonder how much I should have. 8 miners, 10 stone furnaces, half belt of iron ore processed. Sounds reasonable to me. I already ran out of inserters. I made so many of them. That's okay, no problem, no problem. And of course, one benefit of doing it the way I did is we can cram more in whenever we want. Okay, and then this needs to go. It's a thing of beauty. No one will convince me otherwise. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Oof. What do we do with Keratin? Oh, man. $150%, baby. That is definitely the fastest I've ever paved a Factorio world. All right. Oh yeah, this spoils. Hilarious. What does it turn into? We'll find out. I have no intention of letting it not spoil. We've got lots of belts. All right. I think now we can either do copper or we can automate the science pack. The small parts does indeed use copper. So we have to automate copper anyways. So why don't we just do it? Now, how do we run this coal to some of the copper? Turn it up like that, and then underground this. And just do that. Okay. Okay. It's a thing of beauty. I know. I have no idea if I'm playing this the way it's supposed to be played, but I'm playing it my way, I think. Alright, should we stop burning through all this stone patch? I should have paid attention to how much... Let's see. Let's look at the production statistics here. What are we doing with our stone? We've done 17,000. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know. I'll just leave it. The coal is making it to the end of the belt easily enough. The ash is getting backed up, so let's add another... something like that. And I got plenty of ash in my inventory. And I think we can safely get rid of this stuff. Alright, got a fair number of these ores, and I'll put them where they belong, I think. It's a thing of beauty. Let's get science automated real fast. This is essentially what we need for it. Planer boxes and small parts require little factories. Iron products down here, copper product up here, and I think I'll just make these intermediates and belt them over to this assembler here. It's going to take like 15 a second to give me 10 a second, and then this will consume way less than 10 a second. So I think I probably just want like one of these, you know? and then that just requires, you know, a fraction of one of these and a fraction of each of these. So we'll start small. We'll put them on belts, and because I have a lot of belts. Well, actually, that'll run dry pretty fast. But anyways, putting it on belts will make it a lot easier to make more belts, because then I'll just be able to put an assembler down next to the belts to get what I need. All right, these planer boxes use wood. In order to get wood automatically, I could go ahead and build a wood processing unit, but I'm gonna have to dump my logs in there anyways, right? Because this doesn't just give me free wood or free logs. Yeah, I have to put my logs here. So it'll be something like, you know, like that, and then I run around and collect wood and collect logs, I should say, and then put the wood in here. Okay, so that's how I get the wood, the stone bricks, and the iron. I just need to belt where I want it. So then, let's build this close to our labs. And this stuff can be closer to our iron plate and copper plate. And we'll just make it happen. We'll just make it happen. Put a little loop here so that we can do our trick of taking out the ash. Same thing for this iron stuff. And of course I don't have long-handed inserters, so how do I want to deal with that? Like so? Oh, wait, I don't actually need iron sticks, right? Used in air core inductors. So, okay. I still want to just direct feed it though, because these bolts are only this here. Bolts and gears on one side of the belt, on the same side of the belt, I should say, and then we can just pull those directly out into these small parts. of which, again, we only need one assembler because 10 a second is crazy. So let's just build it here. And my idea here is to make sure that I'm doing the inserters as cleverly as possible. Whoa. Small parts are crazy. They're all different parts, huh? Never put those on a belt there like that. Oh, and I should direct insert, of course. What am I doing? Both sides of the belt, I guess. Cool, so that's one product down. The... Would we say that's an easy one or a hard one? I don't know. Some delightful spaghetti to get the iron out of here. So the main difficulty here is just bringing down stone bricks, which is, I would say, not a difficulty at all. Sure, why not? I see no reason why not. 4 a second means probably like that. Although, let's see, 4 to 1, so 3 to 1 inserters means I definitely don't want more than one inserter for the iron. But of course, now we need coal, and why not just bring it all the way down, and that way we don't have to do something stupid like that. Now, one question I have is, how hard will it be to automate something like belts? Not too hard at all. Cool, and I will just slap that in there and see if we can fill up a chest. It'll go slow, that's kind of what I want. All right, soil. We need another soil extractor. I would also like to automate air core inductors. I'm using so many inserters, it's crazy. Okay. Little mall for air core inducting things. And we do not need that many inserters for that. And yeah, I just can't keep up with the copper coils here. So cool. Oh, and I'm gonna start to pull all of them off the belt, which is definitely not what I want. All right, baby, let's go. Empty planer boxes aren't working because of wood. I need to run wood where it can get here, huh? Wood's going on a belt to empty planer boxes. Now we will just need soil. Oh, and it can take ash from the belt. That's cool. And we've got automated planter boxes. Okay, I think this is fine. I mean, it's ridiculously hideous. And like, why am I doing it like this? All right, and then we go get the plant stuff. And when it spoils, it turns into fluorospolanin, huh? Okay, so that means I'll want to filter out the fluorospolanin. These are pretty hideous labs, I gotta say. Why are they so tall? Oh, there was a gap there, huh? Like, how would anyone ever be able to tell? We've done it. We've automated it. Now I just need to build a couple more labs. Okay, we've got it. And then we can research coal processing so we can get rid of ash, I assume. And I think we'll figure all this stuff out next time. And then steel. All right, steel processing next time. Until then, y'all take care.